Well, guys, as you can tell from the title of the video, this is unfortunately a video I wish I never had to make. You guys might notice that surroundings are a little bit different. I'm not in my Audi RS3. I'm actually in the BMW today. And that is because, unfortunately, right before the holiday, some inconsiderate, careless person decided to hit my RS3 while I was parked in a parking deck. My disappointment is in fact immeasurable, and I would say my day is ruined. In fact, I would say my holiday is ruined as well. So if you're watching this video, I hope you're enjoying some time with your friends, family during the holidays. So to provide a basic recap, today obviously is Monday. You're watching this video. Last Thursday, washed the car, got it nice and clean, no problems at all. Friday, went to work and back, no issues. Saturday, did a little bit of shopping over the weekend, right before the holiday. My car was parked in a busy parking deck. And, I got in my car late afternoon, drove home, no issues. Got back, went to go pick up my wife. We're going to go meet some family for dinner. And then as I was taking off, at a glance, I noticed something was immediately very wrong. I took a close look and I could see on the passenger side door, you can tell right here, some low-life, scumbag, heartless person hit the passenger door on the RS3. You can see it's badly dented, it's deeply scratched in 3 places, and it's pretty much ruined my day. Ruined my day, ruined my weekend, ruined my holiday. Again, I'm furious, absolutely furious. I haven't been this upset in a long time, to be quite honest with you guys. So for those of you guys watching, I'm assuming you're a car person, you're a car guy, right? Like, you're really passionate about this stuff, as I am. So hopefully you guys kind of feel and understand the pain, and despair that goes along with something like this. And, if you're not a car person and you're just like, whatever, it's just a car, it doesn't really mean a whole lot. I get that. But, the RS3, at least to me, is a very special car. You guys know I bought it as a 30th birthday gift to myself, right? Definitely something I had worked very, very hard for very many years. It was something I had set my sights on. And obviously, really, really looking forward to acquiring this vehicle and enjoying it, which I, of course, have been. But when something like that happens, man, it's just such a punch in the gut, really. I mean, you would think a decent human being would leave a note, say, "Hey, man, my bad. I know you're, probably busy right now. I know you're not around, but leave some contact information, maybe some insurance information, right? Let's work something out." Nothing. So to whoever hit my car and ran, just shame on you, bro. Shame on you. Given the extent of the damage, there's no way you didn't know. There's no way you didn't know. Modern cars, they have parking sensors, they've got cameras. You obviously knew what you did, bro. So again, shame on you for hitting my car. Bad form. So again, I got back home late afternoon. I realized that damage had been done. So I went ahead, filed a claim through my insurance. Got an appointment this week. I'm going to see what happens. We're going to have the car looked at a local collision center. We'll assess the damage and let the insurance process handle it. But I'm just really angry, bro. I'm just really angry. Again, it's like I always like to buy clean, like one-owner cars without any kind of like accident reports. And even though this is something that, is more like, I guess, a cosmetic thing, it's not like a high-speed collision. There's no like airbag. Nobody got hurt. But it's just the principle, man. It's like you want that clean Carfax. You want that clean slate, especially when you have a very special car of that caliber, right? We're not just like somebody like dinged the door on some 95 Honda Accord. To me, this is a big deal. Again, this is a long-winded rant video. So just want to kind of express some frustration, share this with you guys. Let's hope for the best. Hopefully, this can be resolved in a reasonably sensible fashion. But hey, even with insurance, you still have to pay out of pocket, the deductible. So nothing I look forward to, especially this time of year. Doesn't matter what kind of car it is, though, man. If you hit somebody's car, leave a note, man. Do the right thing. Be honest. Don't be a scumbag, low-life, heartless person. I mean, that's terrible. So shame on anybody who does that, man. It's just so wrong. But as far as looking at the possible outcome for the situation, best case scenario, get the car fixed, get it nice and clean, can still enjoy the car. But truthfully, there's been a lot of frustrations with this car. There's been a lot of things that were planned that haven't happened. There's been a lot of setbacks. There's been a lot of things that I had hoped to see come to fruition that really haven't, to be quite honest with you guys. And again, it's the car itself, amazing car. I've really enjoyed it. But as just far as like, plans for the channel and things that I wanted to make happen, I feel like with the RS3, it's been an amazing car, but I really wanted to see a lot more happen with it, within the space of content and, the build series and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. After this hit and run situation, I don't know. It's left such a horrible taste in my mouth. I just don't know. I just don't know if I have the same like passion, to be quite honest, as far as like just going any further, with like modifications and, builds. The other thing to add to that is, what more would I do with the RS3? I mean, I feel like it's a stage one and chill type of car. It's got aftermarket wheels on it. It's got a couple light bolt-ons, ECU, TCU tunes, got the intercooler. Nothing that crazy, and this is not an insane project car channel, right? Like, this is not a channel where we rebuild wrecked or flooded supercars on a weekly basis, right? Like, this is a one-man, everyday car guy channel. So the other thing is, with some of the past vehicles we've done, like the A3, the S6, I'm in my 340i now. I mean, these are all cars where, like, turbo upgrades, I think, made sense and would make sense to pursue. But, with the RS3, a lot of people, man, like, by the time you're full bolt on stage two E85, I mean, you're pretty much approaching the limits for what these motors can handle. I mean, we all know and love the Daza. Amazing engine, sounds fantastic, but I'm not looking to push this thing to the limit. I don't intend to, make this into a six-figure build. We're not chasing 8-second, 7-second quarter miles. I'm just not that cool. Just full transparency with you guys. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what else. I mean, like, it's already got wheels on it. I enjoy the factory sport exhaust. I wouldn't see a reason to change that. Windows are already tinted. I'm not gonna spend $1,200, $1,500 on a carbon fiber intake for the sake of making one video. That's not really sensible for me. So I don't know. I don't want to have too much of an emotional reaction from, I guess, like the sadness and pain from this egregious situation. But realistically, as I've stated before, like, there was a lot of things that I had planned for the RS3. There's a lot of things I had hoped to accomplish, a lot of things I had wanted to see happen that just, sometimes things just don't always line up. And I'm not going to hold on to something when there's just setback after setback after setback. So I have to really give it some considerable thought. So leave a comment down below. Give me your perspective on the situation, and I'll be sure to keep you guys updated. Hopefully we have some news once we get looked at the body shop. So enjoy the holiday, spend some time with your friends, family, relax, watch some videos, check out the full playlist, check out the library of content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.